The time is upon us. I have been very requested to cover this specific death battle. Goku Black versus Reverse-Flash. And before everyone starts hating me for what I'm about to say, hold your fire. This man is in fact black. I was told that this is a really good death battle, so that's why I'm excited. I did not pre-watch this, so don't worry. I also have no idea who's gonna win. My guess is Goku Black, but then again, DC Comics go crazy. So I'm gonna go for Goku Black on this one. Listen, I always start, hold your fire. Do not shoot him. This man is not black. Why the hell are they sponsored by Adam and Eve? This is sex toys.
Goku Black, the body-stealing arbiter of divine...
Hold your fire! Actually, never mind. Don't hold your fire. He's black.
Justice.
And the Reverse-Flash, DC's psychopathic speedster fanboy.
They say imitation...
Reverse-Flash might be my favorite cringe villain of all time. Like, he is just the pettiest motherfucker I have ever seen in my life. Like, he is just out there to be petty. That is his entire purpose.
Is the sincerest form of flattery.
But I'd say the sincerest form of flattery is not trying to kill your superhero husbando.
True! Thank you, all of my subscribers on Kick that are giving me money. You realize that when you subscribe to me on Kick, I get 95% of what you're spending. Not like Twitch. Wow, that's crazy. Kick.com/Nuxanor. You shouldn't have.
He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I am Reverse-Flash. I am incredibly slow.
What consumes the thoughts of a god?
What consumes the thoughts? Well, the simps. That's just the give and take of society. The simps and the thoughts once lived in harmony, and then Twitter attacked and everything changed.
What do immortals dream of with all the time in the world?
Probably to kill humans. Be racist. That's what I would think of.
In Zamasu's case, his one goal was divine justice.
Yeah, this
Listen, divine justice is just racism with extra steps.
guy's got major Final Fantasy big bad energy all over him.
As the assistant to Universe 10's Supreme Kai, Zamasu prized, above all else, cosmic order and natural beauty.
Oh, that reminds me. Did you know I can burp and fart at the same time?
Dude, yes! Finally, someone with that ability! I have been searching for the chosen one for so long!
Here, let me try.
Unsurprisingly, Zamasu despised the inherently chaotic nature of mortals, being seemingly unwilling to lift themselves out of their own cycle of violence and stupidity.
Cringe.
Like some people I know.
I get it.
Yeah, I know those people too. His heart was clouded. Until the day he met Son Goku.
With God Ki, Goku could match blows with the god of destruction, Beerus. Their clash nearly destroyed the entirety of Universe 7, a cosmological structure at least 9 times larger than our own universe. At most, it could even be as large as 13 times greater than ours. Side note, it's worth mentioning that when
Basically, it's very big, and yes, Zamasu is incredibly strong, except I'm just always scared about DC Comics, man. You'd have this guy that would lose to, like, a burglar with a gun, okay? You'll have a burglar with a gun robbing a bank, and the Flash will lose a fight to him. But then the Flash will just casually destroy the multiverse and rebuild it, or some shit like that. Freaking, I'm here for Goku Black. You might be the worst arc of Dragon Ball Super, but you are gonna kick Reverse Flash's butthole.
of destruction fought,
Gonna kick your butthole.
they were capable of casually destroying 2 of these universes.
And since the shockwaves from their punches traveled across Universe 7 in seconds, they'd have to be hitting way faster than light.
Goku was tapping into his Super Saiyan God form for this, though clearly not at its full strength. While the exact multiplier for Super Saiyan Blue is unknown, Toriyama himself has directly compared it to the original Super Saiyan form.
And don't forget, Goku trained with Whis and fought in the tournament with Universe 6 before Zamasu caught up with him. So by that time, he was way stronger.
Zamasu is ridiculously strong. Like, you cannot lowball this guy. Dude, I don't see Reverse Flash winning, especially because, dude, the Flash loses so many embarrassing fights. But the issue is, when it comes to death battles in general, everyone's highball to the extreme. And I get that, all right? I get that.
There was a mortal with the powers of gods beyond even Zamasu's abilities. Someone who could bring his dreams to fruition.
So Zammy did what anyone would do in that situation.
Commit a xenocide.
Kill his master to become the Supreme Kai, wish on the Super Dragon Balls to switch bodies with Goku, and kill every single mortal in the universe.
And thus the deity
So base. Dude, think about how little bitching would happen on Twitter if there were no mortals left. It would be so cool.
Zamasu became Goku Black.
please, Goku Black? You couldn't be more creative?
There is a reason why this is the greatest death battle of all time. It's because it's this guy.
Incoming! All right! Great! Plan B! This is for everyone you've killed! Eggland murderer! Hold your fire! This man isn't black!
The greatest scene of all time, all right? So it's that guy versus this guy.
It was me, Barry. I made them draw Lola Bunny with fewer sexual features so that you wouldn't be horny and reduce your blood flow to make you a millisecond slower. Slow enough for me to kill Iris. Remember when you were making out with your first girlfriend and you came right as she touched your leg? It was me, Barry. I jerked you off at super speed so it'd seem like you nutted at just a woman's touch.
So this is the death battle that we have in our hand, okay? It's don't fire, this man isn't black versus it was me, Barry. The ultimate showdown. True gigaliths of the greatest community of all time. This is the ultimate showdown where only one can survive.
Oh, you might be wondering, why didn't he just wish all the mortals dead? But that wouldn't be as fun, would it?
No, you can't wish mortals to be dead because then you'd win.
Black's got all of Goku's strength and powers, but wielded by a genocidal maniac instead of that lovable goober of a monkey man.
And in keeping with Goku's Saiyan heritage and godly ki, Black can easily achieve.
Can't spell heritage without air. Am I right? That's why Super Saiyans actually, but that's just a theory. A game theory.
Form of Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan.
But with a champagneful twist.
Super Saiyan Rose.
Rosé? Really? What is he, a suburban wine mom?
Bro, they wanted to call him gay so badly, but they knew that they were gonna get backlash for it.
Watch out before he unlocks Super Saiyan Live, Laugh, Love! He stole Goku's techniques too, like the instant transmission, where he focuses on a person's key signature to teleport to their location. He's even got the Black Kamehameha, which is a Kamehameha, but
pink! I love logic. I love logic.
Pink.
And
yes! Yes! Dude, wanted it to sound cooler.
with a Saiyan body, he gets stronger
The Black Kamehameha, a pink laser. Thank you, Pokemon.
and stronger every time he almost dies. He just becomes harder and harder to kill.
Which really sucks for the rest of the universe, because Black is kinda like if Goku just snapped one day and used his powers to their full murderous potential.
Like the God Split Cut, where he surrounds his hands with a keyblade to slice you to ribbons. He used this very technique to, kill Goku's family.
Listen, it's just Goku's family. You can get another one of them. It's not a big deal.
He can even extend this Keyblade into a huge curved one called the Azure Dragon Sword, which, along with his Kamehameha, confirms my suspicions that Goku is colorblind.
Actually, Black's Azure Dragon Sword is named after a legendary weapon wielded
Goku may be able to defeat space and time, but could he defeat color deficiency? I don't think so.
by one of Earth's greatest warriors, the desert bandit Yamcha. Wait, what?
And he can make a scythe and slice open
Yes, Yamcha. These are feats that we're using in this power scaling video. It makes sense.
space-time itself to create a bunch of shadow clones.
Dude, is he gonna talk about the part where, like, he split the universe in half and he was, like, threatening all of reality? Like, are we actually covering that?
Black, not Crater Boy over here, but his most dastardly weapon isn't a key technique at all. It's the time ring he got from his dead master.
This ring allowed Black to travel through time and even escape
He became the universe. Okay, Reverse-Flash is just, like, fast.
into future Trunks' alternate timeline, where he had free reign over the entire universe.
And let him team up with his best bud, himself. Too bad Goku and company showed up to spoil the fun. But wait, isn't Zamasu in Goku's body? How are there two Gokus? There's only one Goku in the multiverse, right?
Oh, you foolish boy. You forgot about time. You're so focused on space. Yeah, this arc sucked. This is the worst arc in all of Dragon Ball. But let's not make believe that Goku Black would lose the Reverse-Flash. Please now, come on.
Goku met Black before he met Zamasu, which means Black existed before Zamasu came up with the idea. And then they killed Zamasu before he could do it anyway, but Goku Black was still around? What the hell is going on?
Sure, it's a classic grandfather's paradox. The thing is, Black's time
Yeah, call it a grandfather's paradox all you want. This arc made no sense, bro. It's like, dude, you see, this arc, dude, it had the greatest clip of all time. Don't shoot, this man isn't black. And aside from that, it was an arc of L's.
Time Ring prevents him from being affected by alterations to his own personal timeline. So, killing him in the past doesn't change his future, and vice versa. He's almost impossible to kill because even if you do it at one point in time, he still exists at another point in time.
Which is the stupidest power in the world. Ah, yes, the time ring. What does that do? Oh, it just makes me immune to plot holes.
And another. And another. And another. And another.
Oh god, I hate time travel. Black has crushed Saiyans like Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks. Hell, even Vegito couldn't beat him. He even merged with the universe to become—
There we go. I love how he's like, this is the one. This is the big feat, okay? He merged with the universe. Dude has a MacGuffin the size of Galactus, okay?
one with everything. Like I said, major Final Fantasy villain vibes here.
It took Zeno, the Omni King, the most powerful being in all of creation, to step in and erase that entire timeline just to stop Black's rampage. How ironic. Zamasu's higher calling was the eradication of all mortal life in the universe, and he stole the strongest mortal's body to do it. But in the end, he was always doomed to fail. His quest for power meant nothing against a being that would always be stronger no matter what he did or who he was.
And
Honestly, that's pretty fitting, but also it really invalidates the struggles that so many people go through. Like, it just invalidates everything when you have a giga god that's just there and ready to erase anything that moves out of line a little bit. Listen, I'm not gonna make believe this arc was good. This is probably the worst arc in Dragon Ball. This is coming from someone who criticizes other Dragon Ball arcs, but I really like Cell. I really like freaking Frieza. I think that's peak shonen, literally. This is not a good arc.
the universe ended up being destroyed anyway.
They wrote themselves into a corner and had a really anticlimactic ending.
It's like one big cosmic joke with no one left to laugh.
You've been running around making messes for too long, and now I'm going to choke the life from you.
Oh, come on, you should have used the "don't shoot, he's not black" clip. If they don't mention that in this video, or if they don't mention the Barry meme in this video, they have failed as YouTubers. Failed, I tell you.
I can't wait to watch you die.
He's so needlessly edgy.
Barry Allen, the Flash, is one of the greatest heroes in history, an inspiration to many across time and space. And there's no better example than his #1 fan from the 25th century, Eobard Thawne.
All right.
Oh, baby! He wants to be Syndrome from The Incredibles so badly.
Wiz, we've tackled a lot of stupid names for things in our years here at Death Battle, but I'm confident that Eobard is the dumbest f***ing first name I've ever heard in my life. Eobard
Eobard's a pretty bad first name. They make a pretty good point.
was completely obsessed with the Flash and dedicated his whole life to studying the Speed Force like a total nerd.
Bro's just a Goku fan. He's just a real-life power scaler.
Good luck to him, because there's no way he's figuring that shit out.
But Thawne's life irrevocably changed the day he discovered a time capsule from the 21st century. By some strange coincidence, it just so happened to contain Barry's costume. By experimenting on it, Thawne managed to replicate the Flash's powers, turning himself into a mirror of his idol.
And you can bet he totally crapped himself when Barry Senpai showed up in the future and took him under his wing. It was a dream come true.
Very wholesome. And I'm sure that my boy Eobard is gonna take this experience and do really well.
Until Barry realized that Thawne had fabricated crimes in order to show up and save the day.
Bro's just a YouTuber before YouTubers.
Disgraced, Thawne promised to better himself before traveling to the past to prove his worth to his hero, to prove that their bond was special.
That's when Thawne found out.
I think they're really giving him a lot of credit. He had the dumbest plot line in the history of time. Like, he actually is such a stupid villain motivation. He's just petty. He's just incredibly petty.
That Barry already had a best friend, and a family, and a life with—
Not anymore. Not anymore. He's a parasocial fan. The ultimate hater.
without him. He didn't matter. He wasn't special. He was just a no—
What? You mean when she said that I'm her favorite Twitch mod, it means she didn't want to have a relationship with me?
nobody Barry tossed out in the trash and forgot about, like my Tinder dates do to me.
If only. When Thawne visited the Flash Museum in Barry's time, he discovered the secret identity to Flash's greatest enemy that in his future had been lost to time. The one Barry was fated to kill in battle. Eobard Thawne. wait a minute.
Oh, ain't that a bitch?
Yeah, that's a bit of a goofy one. It's like, wait, impossible! I am the main enemy of the guy that I love? Well, I guess I have to be evil now.
The shock drove Thawne mad. If he couldn't be Flash's best friend, he'd be his greatest enemy. And guess also ensure his own future death.
He would travel from the future to terrorize the Flash family in the past. Revenge in reverse. He'd become the Reverse Flash.
Yo, it's a racist versus a parasocial fanboy. The ultimate battle. Reverse Flash is one day away from making an apology video with actual tears in it.
Reverse Flash? We're really setting the world on fire with these names today, huh, Wiz?
Thawne draws his powers from the negative Speed Force.
That's stupid as frick, by the way. I'm just saying. His entire power, his backstory, his motivation. It's like the dumbest shit in the world, but he's just so wonderfully petty. You can't be mad at him. You cannot be mad at him.
Generates with every step he takes, just like Barry does with the regular Speed Force.
The reverse Speed Force is just the Speed Force. There's no reason for it to be a reverse Speed Force. It's the same exact thing.
The negative Speed Force gives Thawne access to many of the Flash's powers, including his mind-bending super speed, enough to travel all across time and space in days. He can keep up with and surpass other speedsters like Barry and Wally,
who once ran fast enough to cross the universe faster than two gods who could teleport. Wally even beat himself.
Somehow, yes, man faster than instant teleportation, but still it took him time to do stuff. You see the plot holes in DC stuff.
In a race, and Barry admitted Thawne was still faster than that. Wait just a second, he beat himself? That doesn't even make sense.
But unlike Barry and Wally, Thawne applies his powers more catastrophically.
It's like, can you imagine how cool it'd be? I tapped into the negative Speed Force, and now I move super slowly. See, now that would be epic.
To their full potential without any care for collateral. Take, for instance, his ability to vibrate himself through solid objects.
Objects like, say, vital organs. And if he did, he'd scramble their molecules, causing instant death. Thawne did just...
I love how, like, dude, if he had a gun, he would also cause instant death. But this is way cooler.
Just that to Barry's wife, Iris. And Barry did not appreciate it.
Thawne's vibrations are so powerful, he can even produce a counterforce that can reverse the destruction of the entire universe.
Pretty crazy sounding, but even...
You see, that's the issue with DC villains, god damn it. Oh man, I'm so mad. I'm gonna be so mad. It's like you have Zamasu, who does all these cool things. You have Flash losing to random idiots. If you watch The Flash, you'll see how inconsistent his power scaling is. Or read The Flash, you'll see how inconsistent it is. And then you'll have like a throwaway sentence. It's like, I could reverse the molecules in my left hand so fast I could destroy the universe. And then it's like Death Battle feats are gonna be like, yup, we're gonna go with that. Yes, destroy the universe. That is a feat that we agree with.
B-tier speedsters like Jenny Ognats can do the same kind of thing. And when Barry and Wally raced each other, they were tearing up the entire multiverse.
Thawne can create shockwaves with a snap, phase into your body and possess you, and even speak at such high speeds that you'll hear his words as though they were your own thoughts. And
that is incredibly cool. I'm not gonna lie, but
instead of stealing your speed like other Flashes, he can steal your time.
Yeah, Thawne can yoink decades from your life and age you 80 years in just a few seconds.
Good thing Goku Black is an immortal god, right, guys?
Kinda sounds like your sex life, huh, Wiz?
But Thawne's greatest ability is his unmatched skill at time travel. And he uses this expertise to be as petty and cruel as humanly
Thank you. He is the pettiest man in the history of comics.
possible.
Thawne wasn't a dummy. He knew that if he went back in time to kill Barry before he got his powers, he'd erase himself from the time stream too. So instead, he'd just make Barry's life suck as hard as he could, push him down some stairs, retcon his best friend from history.
He literally did that. It's incredible. Dude, I love it. I love it so much.
Kill his mom? He even told Barry he'd go back in time and adopt him as his own son. Dude, what the fuck?
My favorite part about Reverse Flash is actually, after he actually dies, Barry ends up getting fucked in court for killing him. And it's like, my final goodbye. I will set you tied up in legal lawsuits for eternity. I don't know if you know this, but that is my favorite part of his lore. It's like, even in death, you will have to deal with the American government, Barry.
Fuck.
That's another big difference between Thawne and Barry. Whereas Barry only went back in time to save his mother's life, Thawne often went back in time to try to fix his own mediocre life. He killed his more successful younger brother, his career rival at the Flash Museum, and every single boyfriend his crush had until there was no one left but him.
And when she still rejected him, he went back in time again and made her an invalid for the rest of her life. Jeez!
Oh my god, I didn't know about that one.
Jesus Christ! This guy's a monster. But wait, Wiz, that's impossible. Grandpappy Paradox or whatever. If he went back in time to kill someone, they'd be dead in the future, which means
he'd never know them and want to go back in time in the first place, right?
Wiz, maybe time is a construct with no legitimate unit of measurement other than the meager attempts man has made to understand the incomprehensible world around him.
Or maybe it's just a massive plot hole and they didn't want to think about it because this is superhero bullshit and it doesn't make sense.
Well, actually, Thawne was just inside the time stream when Barry initiated Flashpoint, which rewrote the universe while Thawne was technically disconnected from it. So, Thawne essentially broke. Literally, figuratively, mentally, physically, temporally.
Or maybe he just hated Barry so much it defied the laws of time itself.
Honestly, that sounds more legitimate superhero bullshitty. Oh yes, he was currently in the midst. He read an iFunny meme and he was sent into like a temporal void, into a universe without reality or time. So that when time was restarted, it was restarted without him in it. So he can, or he just hated him so much time broke. Yes, okay.
Whoa.
More specifically, he became a living paradox, a being without a past or future, literally without continuity. Not only did this mean he'd be unaffected by changes to his past, it made him effectively immortal.
Stabbed in the chest by evil Batman, vaporized by Iris in some sweet.
Dude, I love how evil Batman is just such a casual thing. It's like, why is every DC character just have an evil version of himself?
By the big blue god dong himself, Thawne was always reborn, unable to stay dead.
But more than anything, it made him immune from consequences.
Unlike Barry, whose changes to time could destroy all of reality, Thawne could do whatever he wanted. He was impossible to stop with no reason to hold back.
He's survived a hit from Barry while he had the entire Speed Force absorbed into him, and even Wally's infinite mass punch, which has the mass of a white dwarf star. A white dwarf is essentially the remains of a star's ultra-dense core.
Oh my god, dude, just the casual speed feats. And dude, I love how the comment section always tears me to shreds. Yes, I am gonna be biased when I do these death battle reviews, okay? I didn't read every bit of Flash lore. If you don't like it, you don't have to be here. We are here for the experience, where I am going to root for Goku even when he eventually gets annihilated by incredibly stupid, yes, stupid and cringe feats in comic books. Yes, I am going to root for Goku Black even when Barry's boners shatter multiverses in the comics.
Which has a mass of over 2 octillion tons.
And he took one of those to the noggin and just took a nap. Man, he must really hate Barry if a sun to the face can't take him down.
But he doesn't hate Barry. All of his schemes, all of his machinations, all of his insane timeline
is because he's a parasocial fan, a Reddit mod, moderating for the subreddit that he's always loved and always wanted to have a part in.
Shattering threats, all of it, was because it was the only way he could think of to spend time with his hero.
That's really sad.
No, it's not. That's stupid and pathetic, okay? I love him so much. I want to spend time with him so much. I'm just going to ruin his life. Oh, yes. It's the only way I could truly live my life by spending time with her, yeah.
His costume says it all. He never intended to be the Reverse Flash. He wanted to be the Kid Flash. All Thawne ever really desired was to be by Barry's side.
In the end, though, goody little Two Shoes Barry forgave him, and then vibrated away his living paradox powers, erasing him from existence.
Because why not?
Not entirely. Barry didn't kill Thawne, he reset his timeline, removing the one thing driving his hatred, his relationship with Barry. Without that, Thawne was a normal, happy Flash fan once again.
It's comics, Wiz. He'll be back. And when he does, there'll be no running. He'll always be faster. He'll always catch you. And time is always on his side.
How is it possible that after all this grass touching, they have not quoted the Barry line?
Think you can take me? Even death can't catch me.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
Oh,
but
God.
First, let me tell you how to reverse things in the bedroom in a flash.
Oh my fucking God, dude. They literally got sponsored by sex toys for this video. That's awesome.
It was me, Barry.
Oh my God, this is where they use the line in the... Okay.
The one who...
I'm the one who replaced all your Viagra with water.
Mortals!
sinners, prepare for divine justice!
Yes, sir. Casual genocide. Let's go. You've my tea.
Oops.
God,
Excuse me.
dude, it's actually awesome. I'm just happy.
Sir, I'm in need of your services.
God damn.
Stand still and face your judgment, mortal!
Okay.
My ability, you've moved through me. Damn, no one will defeat him now.
What do you think of this color? Is it not beautiful?
God damn it. Oh my god. Dude, they did a really good job. They did such a good job. That was Kamehameha Black version, by the way. You could tell because of how pink it is.
Incoming genius! I'll end this fight before it even began. Death in reverse!
You fool, but I have the MacGuffin ring.
Magnificent! Mortals, sinners, prepare for divine!
Nice try, idiot, but my MacGuffin ring will always be able to defeat you. You think you are the only one with bullshit powers on your side, you absolute buffoon. I also don't make temporal sense.
Why aren't you dead?
Dude, I feel like there's no way that people are going to be satisfied with however this fight ends, because it's ultimately just which paradox do you want to think is less cringe? They're both cringe. Dude, they just keep showing up at the beginning of the fight. Oh my god, that's hilarious. They're just casually showing up to every piece of history where every single one ever existed to kill them. And it's not gonna work because both of them have plot holes. This is the ultimate groundhog fight. They did such a good job with this.
To stand atop all things and look down upon creation itself, that is the work of a god!
Empty threats to a living paradox!
How truly foolish.
No way he stole the ring. There is no shot.
Sorry, was that important?
Time to merge with the universe, I guess.
How fun.
Can't you literally not take that ring off? I feel like you literally couldn't remove that ring. Or was that just a thing that I'm misremembering? Oh my god, dude. It's like, you may be holding a MacGuffin plot hole, but I am a MacGuffin plot hole.
You know, we've sent enough people to that sun, we really should have a timeshare.
This was a fairly tricky matchup to figure out, least of all for their incredible levels of power.
Black could destroy a universe like ours at least 660 times over. I mean, a punch at least as big as a star is really badass, but that's in another league.
However, there was a lot more to cover than just how many
It
stars
wasn't just power. You see, they both had plot holes on their side.
or universes they could blow up. At their peak, both Goku Black and Reverse-Flash were so impressive they were removed from time itself, becoming living paradoxes, making any attempt to kill either of them meaningless.
Stupid time travel.
Except the difference is, you could take off his ring, but you couldn't remove his plot hole.
It's difficult to determine who would figure out a counter to this temporal invincibility first, but it would most likely rely on a combination of speed and smarts.
As far as speed goes, it's no surprise Thawne definitely had the edge. Yeah, Black's attacks could reach speeds quintillions of times faster than light, but Thawne is a Flash.
Even early in his career as a member of the Flash family, Wally West could reach speeds that were impossible to comprehend and calculate. There are numerous examples of this for multiple iterations of the Flash,
This is just DC plot garbage.
many of whom Thawne was clearly equal to.
Plus, he's kind of an expert when it comes to timey-wimey bullshit.
There we go. I feel like that sentence is all of it. It's like, yes, timey-wimey bullshit. Well, I guess we give that one to Reverse-Flash.
And he could likely overpower Black and destroy said time ring too. After all, Thawne once generated enough energy to counter the destruction of the entire DC universe.
You can't take... Okay, I don't know. I think taking those statements is always cringe, because you gotta always see people at their lowest too.
Which is stated in comics to be at least 100 trillion light years in diameter. That's over 1 billion times larger than our own universe, and over 70 million times larger than Dragon Ball's Universe 7.
It's sort of impossible to lock down the exact limits of Goku Black's upper strength without getting into lots of assumptions and guesswork. He's obviously stronger than Goku was when he clashed with Beerus, but even being super generous with training and power boosts and multipliers, the gap here is way too wide to be able to just assume.
Yes, he could destroy multiple universes, but he could reverse engineer the world by vibrating quickly.
Goku Black could match this level of power. The DC universe is just too big. And remember, Barry and Wally's race almost ripped apart the entire DC multiverse.
Oh my god, taking those statements to heart every time, it hurts every single time. I'll never ever let it down, and there will always be people in the comment sections upset at me.
It's also important to stress that Goku Black is not Goku. Goku's drive and willpower can push through even the most absurd limits to potentially match higher levels of power.
Oh please, you would make Goku lose to Flash too.
Zamasu took Goku's body because he's more than willing to take shortcuts. It's an entirely different mindset.
Yeah, and once he took care of that time ring, Reverse-Flash had a lot more options than just overpowering Black. With that super speed, he could pretty easily scramble Black's insides or age him to death with a touch. Zamasu may have been a deity even without the time ring, but Goku's body is mortal with a limited range of age. Might have really screwed yourself with that one, huh, Zamzam?
Goku Black was a nightmarish foe, but Thawne's experience with time travel, ridiculous levels of hacks, and frankly impossible speed gave him the means to take the win.
This fight was definitely not sunderwhelming.
Oh, was that so bad? Oh no.
The winner is the Reverse-Flash.
All in all, a good episode, but I'm never gonna be satisfied with how they calculate comic feats. Like, it doesn't matter how smart he is. There's no way he would know to take the ring off. It's kinda silly, but it's Death Battle, and I can't be mad. They did a freaking good job, and I'm not gonna sit here and bitch too much.
Like, subscribe, and follow me on Twitch. Stay weird, fam.